Have you ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels, working harder and harder, but never really getting ahead financially? Well, you're definitely not alone. And that's the exact problem that the mega bestseller, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, tackles head-on. So we're going to break down its core lessons, because trust me, they're designed to completely flip how you think about money.
So the whole philosophy of the book comes from a really unique place, the author's childhood. He had two father figures. His actual dad, who he calls his poor dad, was brilliant, a PhD, highly educated, but always struggled with money. And then there was his best friend's dad, his rich dad, who was a high school dropout but ended up a millionaire. Both of them gave him advice, but that advice was from two totally different universes.
And this quote, right at the beginning of the book, just nails it. It's not about one dad being good and the other being bad. It's about two completely different rule books for money. Having these two clashing perspectives forced the author to really think for himself and choose which path he was going to follow.
Let's really break this down. On one side, you've got Poor Dad, who played by the traditional rules, get a great job with benefits, value that security, and count on a pension. It's the safe path. But Rich Dad, he saw that as a total trap. He was all about financial freedom, and he believed that what you learn about money, financial literacy, is way more important than what school you went to.
Okay, so if you follow Poor Dad's advice, where do you end up? Well, according to the book, you land smack in the middle of the rat race. You know what I'm talking about? That endless loop of working to pay the bills, getting a little more money, spending a little more, and just running faster and faster on that hamster wheel without ever actually going anywhere.
So here's how the trap gets sprung. You get a job, you start making money. Awesome. Then you get a raise. What's the first impulse? Well, you want to upgrade your life, right? Maybe a bigger place, a nicer car. The book says this isn't really about enjoying life, it's driven by fear and greed. And the result? It doesn't actually build your wealth, it just builds bigger bills.
It's this classic situation, right? As soon as you start making more money, your spending just magically expands to eat up every extra dollar. You're earning more, sure, but you're not getting any richer because all that cash is flowing right back out the door. You're on a treadmill, not an escalator. And this is when the trap slams shut. You take that higher income and you buy the big ticket items, the dream house, the new car, but what you've really bought is a 30-year mortgage and a 5-year car loan. You've just loaded up your life with massive long-term debt. Now you have to keep working that job just to feed those payments. And boom, welcome to the rat race.
Okay, so that's the trap. Sounds pretty bleak, right? But what about the escape plan? Well, Rich Dad's big lesson is the key. And it all starts by completely changing the definition of two very simple words.
So what is it? What's the secret sauce? What's the one piece of knowledge that separates people who build wealth from those who just don't? Okay, get ready because it is this simple. Forget all the complicated, jargon-filled definitions you learned in school. Rich Dad's definition is brutally simple and effective. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. That's it. It's a machine that generates cash for you. And you guessed it, the flip side is just as straightforward. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. It's a cash drain. So according to the book, the entire game of building wealth is just this. Spend your life buying assets and do everything you can to avoid buying liabilities. Simple as that. Now look at this diagram. This is huge. A real asset doesn't just sit there looking good on paper. It's an active thing. It generates cash that flows directly into your income column. This is the definition of having your money work for you, instead of you constantly working for it. This image right here, this is basically the entire book in one picture. On the left, you see Poor Dad's cash flow. The money comes in from his job and flows right back out to pay for taxes, his mortgage, his car. His asset column is empty. But on the right, Rich Dad has built a powerful asset column that's constantly pumping income to him. It's two completely different financial realities. Okay, so now you know the goal. Build that asset column. But how do you actually do it? The book's next core lesson is a super actionable principle. Mind your own business.
Now, this is a really important idea to get your head around. Your profession, your 9-to-5 job, is not your business. That's just how you get a paycheck. Your business is that asset column we've been talking about. Your job pays the bills, for now. But your business is what's going to set you free. So what counts as a real asset? Well, the book lays it out pretty clearly. We're talking about businesses you own but don't have to work in every day. Stocks that pay dividends,
bonds, real estate that's spitting out rental income, even things like royalties from a book or a song. See the pattern here. All of these things make money for you, even while you sleep. This is what you should be using your paycheck to buy.
So when you boil it all down, it really just comes to this. It's a choice. It's not about how smart you are or even how much money you make. It's about which financial mindset you choose to adopt.
And look, nobody's saying you should go quit your job tomorrow. That's not the point. The real key here is to completely reframe the purpose of your paycheck. Stop seeing it as just money to spend on more stuff, more liabilities. Start seeing it as seed money. It's the capital you use to buy those income-producing assets that one day will grow big enough to set you financially free.
So I'm going to leave you with the one question from this book that really makes people stop and think. It challenges something most of us believe to our core. Using these super simple definitions we just talked about, think about your own home. Is it putting money in your pocket every month, or is it taking money out of your pocket? The answer to that question might just change how you see your entire financial future.